about 15,000 pounds.
Remember, you get in trouble if you cuss. Here we go.
You won't. It's not live.
No, we're on the internet right now, though. We're on Facebook right now.
All right. Here we come, everybody. As always, camera one will
Reckless.
be ready to start.
You know Boosie or no?
It's good? Okay.
I don't.
I wasn't one of those girls.
No, but I know. I wouldn't. It was I, but I know the guy.
Who are you talking about?
Stand by, everybody. Here we come. Justin, we're ready for you whenever you're ready. Here we come in 3, 2.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, but with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions whatsoever, I have people standing by right now, 407-205-0400. If you want to start that house hunt right now, you're going to need to get pre-approved. Dallas Lehman with You Have Mortgages standing by as well at that very same phone number, 407-205-0400. Great show for you today. You're not going to want to miss a minute. But first, it's time for the opening statement. As you know, I went solar last year, and I'm so happy that I did. But I'm happy for a reason I didn't expect. I did my taxes yesterday, and I was going to owe $10,000 in taxes. I was literally going to have to stroke a check to the IRS for $10,000. However, I remembered about that solar tax credit through IQ Power Solar, and instead of stroking a $10,000 check, I paid them absolutely nothing. It's also warming up out there. It was like 90 degrees yesterday, and a lot of people are going to worry about their electricity bill now going up because of the air conditioning. Not me. My electricity bill is $40 a month when it used to be $500 a month in the summertime, all because I went solar, all because I did it through IQ Power Solar. Also, I know many of you are looking for that beach house in Volusia County is the obvious place to look, or maybe you're just sick of the runaround here in Orlando and Central Florida. You want to move to Volusia County. I have two excellent real estate agents from New Smyrna Beach who are going to be here to talk about the market right now in New Smyrna and Volusia in general. And finally today, should you ever sell your house to an iBuyer? And when I say iBuyer, I mean open door, offer pad, all of those. We will answer all of those questions and more. But first, it's time for real questions. Now it's time. Every Saturday here on You Have Real Estate, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Today on the show, I have Stephen Bader with IQ Power Solar, Wendy Stewart, an awesome realtor, and the two realtors I talked about from New Smyrna Beach, Bianca Carlo and Brittany Gherkin. Stephen, let me start with you. Welcome back, buddy. You feeling okay?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me.
So I talked about the tax credit that really saved me this year when I did my taxes. Is that going to go away, or what are we looking at with that?
It's not going away per se, but it's dropping a little bit at the end of this year, and then it's reducing further past that, and then it's going to go down to 10%.
I went to an install with you the other day again, and I know that I was there when you installed at my house too, but I was always so impressed with your installers that you have. I mean, you were even telling me some of them have degrees in mechanical engineering and things like that. I mean, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
You know what? But so when you compare it to other solar companies, right? Other solar companies out there maybe just popped up over the last year, maybe popped up over the last couple of years. IQ's been around for a long time. How long have you been around? How would you describe IQ Power Solar?
IQ Power was started in 2010 by Delair, which is a pretty massive, AC company. I don't really compare us to other solar companies just because that's not really our culture. But really when we focus on becoming better at our craft, we don't really think about this solar company, that solar company. For example, there's 400 solar companies in Florida. Not more than 10% of them have more than 10 employees. So in reality, the majority of them are not solar companies that have mastered solar or done any R&D or developed any strategies and excellence in the solar renewable sector. A lot of them are plumbers that will install a solar pool heating system or electricians that will install a solar panel, but they haven't been in solar specifically. So that's quite specifically what we do every single day.
Gotcha. And if you have questions about solar, if you want to save money on your electricity bill every month like I do, it's a very simple phone call to 407-205-0400. People are standing by right now and can answer your questions about solar. Again, I pay $40 a month for my electricity bill. when I used to pay $500. Also, that tax credit is huge for you at the end of the year as well. But Steve, some people will ask me too, well, Justin, okay, you got solar, but you must have made a huge down payment, or it must have cost you a lot of money out of pocket. How much is solar going to cost me to really get started?
Well, your specific case, there's no money down, and I think your payment's $260. So even if you combine the $260 payment with the $50 remaining, it's $310. So you're net negative $190. But all of our programs are no money down programs, and we usually achieve a 8 to 10 year ROI, or return on investment. And 99 out of 100 times, the payment that you're going to get, assuming you finance, is going to be much less than you're already paying.
Let's say it's a rainy weekend, right? It's been
Okay.
cloudy all weekend. My light's not going to work?
Absolutely not.
It doesn't work that way, does it?
No, I'm just kidding. No, your lights will work just fine. You still have the full reliability of the grid. In Florida, you still have to be connected to the grid, and you still have a meter. So it's not a direct connection between the roof and the house.
So does it really help the environment? I think a lot of people do it to save money. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I did it because I didn't want to pay the electricity companies all my money every month anymore. But the environment thing does creep into the back of your head. But does it really help the environment when you go solar?
I don't think too many people are curious about that. I think it's pretty well understood. But yes, absolutely.
And what about the value of my home? I think a lot of real estate agents are a little slow to understand how solar can really affect the value of someone's home. But the way I look at it is, I live in a neighborhood with a lot of houses, right? If someone's looking at my house and a very, very similar one next door, and then they see that my electricity bill is $40, the one next door is $500, I would have to think that impacts the value.
The only confusion I ever see with real estate agents in regard to solar is misunderstanding the different styles of solar. If you're coming across a house that has 8 solar pool heating panels, which is a pretty massive part of your roof, that's not really reducing your bill at all. So, if they haven't had the opportunity to learn the difference between that and solar photovoltaics or energy producing products, then, that's going to kind of dishearten them. But in reality, what's really cool about shows like this, for example, is Wendy's going to have a chance to learn about solar, and Brianka and Brittany, they're going to learn about solar. And now they're going to be more valuable to someone that has solar listing their house, because it's a massive real property value increase.
I mean, I totally agree with you. And if you have questions again about solar, 407-205-0400. We will answer all those questions for you and more right now. Steve will answer them. Anything you have, any question, no bad questions whatsoever. And let's bring in Wendy Stewart, actually. She's the managing broker with the Property Pros Real Estate down in St. Cloud. Welcome, Wendy, first of all. It's nice to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
What do you think? Do you know much about solar? Have you listed any houses with solar yet?
Yeah, no, I have, and I think it does add tremendous value to the home. Absolutely. If a seller has solar paneling, I'm like, yes, it's a win.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
Great. I love that. So she's informed,
I'm
Steve. You see what I mean? A lot of people really just aren't. But I totally agree. I think it really increases the value of your home. Let me ask you another value question about real estate, and that's the iBuyer. You've heard about this new iBuyer thing, although I haven't heard as much about them lately. I don't know if they're going away. What are your thoughts on someone who's selling their home going with the iBuyer?
It's just, real estate it's relational. It's about relationships. Nothing is going to take, away from human interaction, an actual human being negotiating for you when it comes down to the nitty gritty. So I don't pay too much attention to it. It doesn't put a dent in my business.
Yeah.
And no, I haven't heard about as much about it lately as we did last year.
Yeah, it's the open door type iBuyer, and they make me a little bit nervous because what they do is they come in and they're trying to obviously buy your house to then flip it and take some of your equity to make a profit. So at the end of the day, generally speaking, I would never recommend an iBuyer. I always recommend a great local real estate agent to sell your house. I mean, the only time is maybe if you literally have to move to California tomorrow or something and you can't come back. Even then, I don't really like it.
I agree.
What do you think about the current market here? I mean, if you had to describe the current market in Central Florida, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? And what do you see happening the rest of the year?
Well, I'm primarily a buyer's agent, my team and myself. But, obviously you can tell from the trend in the market that it's a seller's market. It's full force a seller's market. Prices are just they're nicely stabilized, I feel. They're healthy this year. Interest rates being so low, I think there's going to be a shift, towards the end of the year where it's going to be a buyer's market again. So that's kind of how I see it going.
How do you see interest rates right now affecting your buyers?
Oh, it's a great I mean, it's every post on social media.
Yeah.
It's, everything right now is about the interest rates and how low they are. And since I've been an agent, I haven't seen them this low. So it's a pretty fantastic time to buy.
And there could be an argument that there's never been a better
Right.
time to buy. I realize the prices have increased significantly since the 2010 times. I get that, but with the interest rates where they are and prices right now generally are about 2006 prices, yet we're 14 years down the road.
Right.
So I think now is a fantastic time to buy. It's a terrible time to rent. I mean, the rental market is terrible if you're a renter, and you can always buy the same house and pay way less for your mortgage than you would pay for rent for the same house.
Absolutely.
Speaking of houses, you're going to take me on some tours. I
Let's
can't
do
wait.
it.
Let's start at 1611 Steely Drive. Wendy, where is this?
This is in Dundee, Florida. So it's an absolutely wonderful home. I would say it's a great starter home or even for an investment property. It's only 3 years new, so it's a 2017. It's a little under 1,800 square feet. It's just a cozy, nice house in a beautiful neighborhood, quiet neighborhood.
And what is the price point on this one?
$195.
$195. I'm not good at math, but I can pretty much tell you a mortgage payment on $195 is, $1,100 a month or something like that. To rent this place, you're going to pay $1,600 a month, or at least $1,500. You can own this for probably $1,000 or $1,100 a month. PITI, principal, interest,
Yes.
taxes, and insurance. That's a great starter home, especially for a young
Great
family
starter
with a
home.
kid or two.
Yes.
That's a great place to start, I believe. And then you have another one here, 2839 Wagon Wheel. Where's this?
Wagon Wheel is in St. Cloud. This is actually in my neighborhood. So come be my neighbor. This is a fantastic 2-story home, a little under 3,000 square feet. Again, pretty much brand new. This is a 2016. Tons of upgrades on a huge corner lot. Beautiful. You can see beautiful natural lighting coming in. And just the way you see these pictures is just the way these sellers keep this home. It's basically a model home, pristine. Each and every time, I've shown it and done open houses there.
And what's the price point on this one?
This one is $315,000.
$315,000. That's a really nice house for $315,000. What's going on in St. Cloud now?
St. Cloud is a booming market. We were talking about it earlier. St. Cloud still has that small town feel, so you're still going to have a lot of your local mom and pop shops,
Right.
all that good stuff. A-rated schools. All of our schools are A-rated. It's just still, it's the small town feel, but you're still within minutes of Lake Nona, which, is hot, and minutes pretty much to anything you can think of in Central Florida. And the beaches are only
Yep.
35 minutes from us.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see either of these properties, I will hook you up with Wendy Stewart right now. 407-205-0400. Wendy, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You got to come
so
back
much.
soon. How is that? Is it a
Absolutely.
deal?
Absolutely.
All
Would
right.
love to.
Thank you so much. Stephen Bader, IQ Power Solar. If you are ready to go solar, it's the same phone number, 407-205-0400. I'm so glad I did. I would have paid $10,000 to the IRS yesterday if I didn't. I thought you were lying about that. I was like, Steve, there's no way it works that way. But I really found out for sure that it did. Now, you're coming back for the Real Estate Roundtable, I hope, right?
Correct.
All right, we'll see you here in just one moment. Now, I want to talk to you about something because we all have this feeling. We live here in Orlando, but we're so close to the ocean as well. How good does it feel to actually have a place of our own over in Volusia County, Ormond Beach, Daytona Beach, even New Smyrna Beach? But I just don't know if I can afford it. I don't know if I can afford a second home over there on the beach. Well, maybe we can. And two very special guests here join me today. It's Brianka Carlo, Brittany Gherkin. How are you guys? Thanks for coming over. How long is the drive? It's not that bad of a drive, is it? No. Tell me, I know you do mostly New Smyrna Beach, right?
Yes,
What
I
is the market
specialize there.
like over there in New Smyrna Beach now?
It's booming. It's unbelievable.
Is that
I
right?
mean, the market it sells itself there.
Is that-
it's the beach.
So if you compared it to 2006 or even the bottom of the market 2010, how are the prices looking if you compared it to those years?
They're over.
Really?
They're the highest in over a decade. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And are there a lot of listings available or what?
Right now, there's about 600
Inventory's
roughly.
high right now. There's a lot of inventory there.
And why is that, you think?
I think the sellers are realizing that they're getting a good. They're getting a pretty penny for what they're selling.
Right.
So I mean, we actually just sold a 2-1 on the beach side for 430,000.
Really?
So I mean,
That
that's
says a lot right
that
there.
says
Yeah,
a lot.
no doubt about
Your sellers are really getting more than what they've gotten a long time.
Right.
Let's say you're like me, you live here in Orlando or Lake Mary or something, and you want to have your own place over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend I buy, for a second home, a house or a condo?
It's personal preference. I mean, if you're buying a single family home on the beach side with all the amenities that a condo would have, like a pool and things like that, have an ocean view, you're going to pay a lot more money
Yeah.
than a condo. Condo, I mean, they start 200,000 and can go up to $1 million, but you get a lot more for the amenities.
When you're working with someone from the Orlando area, do you find most of them are buying a second home, or people like, I'm done with this place, I'm moving here?
Second
They're
home.
definitely buying second
A
homes,
second home?
beach
100%, yep.
homes, weekend homes, second homes for sure.
Yep.
What time of the year is the most busy over there, or is it all year long?
To be honest, it's turning into all year long.
We
There
really
used-
have been so steady.
Yeah, it used to be we'd have our slow seasons, but it's pretty steady all year
Really?
long.
How's your
So
dad,
far.
by the way? Your
He's
dad is
really
a good friend of
good.
mine. I haven't seen him in a while. Please
He's
tell
the
him
best.
I said hi.
I
okay?
will, absolutely.
So life in New Smyrna Beach, is it really so awesome? Because those of us sitting here, in traffic every Monday morning, we are really jealous of you. Is it really as much as you build it up to be?
Yes.
It's pretty awesome.
I was hoping you'd say no, it's not that great.
I can't.
Awesome.
I've been there since I was about 7. I'm 30 now, so
wow.
I haven't left there. Don't plan
Unbelievable.
on it.
And so, but there are some availability, right? I mean, we do have some listings available. If to get in a 2-2, sort of, not necessarily beachfront. I mean, what's the minimum you think it takes?
For a single family or
Yeah,
condo?
condo.
A 2-2, man, they really range.
Really?
Every condominium, we have over 120 in New Smyrna. So, I mean, if you're looking for something in the
Lots of-
fountains, they're
yeah.
in the millions. And if you're looking for something like Seacoast Gardens,
Mm-hmm.
it's around, I have a 2-bedroom in there for like $315.
Right. Is the market similar in Daytona, Ormond, and New Smyrna? Or are they like very, very different from one another?
Very different in my opinion.
Yeah, they're different. I think Ormond and New Smyrna may be more comparable.
I agree.
Daytona, South Daytona. I mean, Port Orange is still, they're building it up, and really Ormond too. So those would probably be most comparable.
Gotcha.
But it's hard to beat New Smyrna Beach.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
mean, you can't compare New Smyrna to Daytona
No.
or
No.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so New Smyrna Beach. If you have questions about New Smyrna, how the market's going, please, I'll hook you up with these two right now at 407-205-0400. And we have 2 properties to show you right now in New Smyrna Beach. Let's start at 6130 Turtle Mound Road. Tell me
Yes.
about this one, Bianca.
I think Brittany's going to tell you about
Oh,
this
Brittany.
one.
Tell me about
I'll
this one,
tell you
Brittany.
about it. This is a really unique property. It's a single-family residence. It is located in a great area. It's on a little over an acre. So on beachside, you never get that much land.
Right.
But it's kind of grandfathered in because it's on a bay, a private bay, and it was actually built by an architect named Kevin Schweitzer. He is a very unique, very well-known architect in New Smyrna Beach. He's built many houses there, and the house is incredible. It's 3 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. It's got a separate, almost like mother-in-law suite, and a 2-car garage, carport. It's got actually the house is about 5,500 square feet, and
Wow.
2,000 square feet of that is balcony.
Really?
So you have a huge, beautiful balcony to overlook the river. You see gorgeous sunsets, and you can see the sunrise from, the side as well. And it's a really awesome place.
What's the price point on something like this?
It is right now listed at 1.57.
1.57, which, I mean, with that size of a house,
I
not
mean,
too
you're
bad.
getting a lot for your money there, and I mean, nobody can build on top of you, which on
Yeah.
beachside, you're running into, your houses are so close together. So it's a very unique area, very unique property.
And do you guys work just beachside, or do you go inland a little bit as well?
No, we go inland.
If you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
do all of it.
Yeah, but I just specialize in beachside just because I've lived there my whole life.
If
so.
you could live either on the ocean or on the intercoastal yourself, and money was unlimited, what would you do?
We both probably agree, intercoastal.
Oh, really? And why is
Absolutely.
We like boating. We like
Yes.
fishing.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and it's when you're living right on the ocean, it's nice because you can walk out to the beach, but you can't get a boat in and out of there. You're a little more restricted, I feel like.
And then the island is pretty long. Like you go down to the bottom. Is it more desirable to be down there where it's a little bit more quiet, or up where all the action is, you think?
That's a personal preference as well. I mean, I grew up in Bethune Beach where both of these listings are,
Yeah.
and it's much more private. Even the sand is different. It's more like Hawaiian sand, like shells, and not like the white sand that we have on the drive beach, because we have a drive beach and a no drive beach. So
yeah.
it depends if you want to be where all the action is or if you want to have a little more private.
And if people are buying a condo or a house on the beach, do they want no drive or they want drive? And does it affect the value?
Typically, if they are a family, they like the no drive because then the kids can just go down. You don't have to worry about cars
Right.
and things like that. But then again, if you want to be close to Flagler, where my office is, then that's where all the people are, the restaurants,
Right.
bars, things like that, shopping.
Gotcha. All right, another one also on Turtle Mound Road. Brianka, you have this one, 6910.
Yes, 6910 Turtle Mountain.
Tell me about this property.
This is down in Bethune as well.
So I see this picture of it right now. So are we sort of
Blue
closer to
tile
the
roof.
Oh, I see. Okay. Is that right on the intercoastal?
Oh,
or kind
yeah.
of- oh, wow.
Yep, there it is.
So you have a dock and everything with these.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
300-foot dock. It's on the deep water of the intercoastal. That's a separate in-law guest house with a 2-car garage underneath and 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And then the main house, that one that you see, is 4 bedrooms. And it's 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bath total. Really nice home. I mean, it was built in 2004. It's asking a 1.47, and your views, look at that master bathroom.
Wow.
You have intercoastal views from pretty much every window in the house, and you have a pool. They fit a nice little pool in there, screened in. And there's your boat lift, your dock, and the sunsets there are
Anytime you can
unbelievable.
say in the main house, you know you're doing something right.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's, oh,
And
well,
it's 3 stories, so you have ocean view as well.
oh, wow. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. What would it cost to build a dock like that if it wasn't already there, you think? Any idea?
Yeah,
A lot, right?
Yeah, about
pricey.
it depends what you do, but with a nice boathouse, about 100,000.
Really?
Yeah, but it's
Unbelievable.
mostly about the permitting, the Army Corps of Engineer coming out, things like that.
What do you see the future this year of New Smyrna Beach real estate?
I see it just going up.
Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. If you have any
It
questions
really
about
is.
these properties, or you want to go see some condos or other houses in New Smyrna Beach, these are the 2 to ask for. All you have to do is call them 407-205-0400. Brianka Carlo, By the Sea Realty,
Yes.
Brittany Gherkin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
Now, I think
having
you're going to
us.
stick
For
around
having
for the
us.
real estate roundtable, right?
Yes.
Well, Brittany, thank you so much. Come back and see me
you.
sometime, okay?
Absolutely.
And you show me, if I come over there, you guys have to show me around, deal?
You got it.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Brittany. I mean, New Smyrna it's cool. I mean, it's a
Yes.
really cool place to be. You've lived there since you were how old?
7.
7 years old.
Yep.
Wow. Where did you move there from?
South Florida.
Okay.
My dad raised my brother and I himself and didn't want us to grow
yeah.
up down there. New
So-
Smyrna was definitely a better area to grow up.
He is such a good guy.
He
Stephen
is.
Bader, welcome back to the party. And now, without further ado, it's time for the Real Estate Roundtable. Every week here on You Have Real Estate, I answer your questions from throughout the week. All you have to do is follow us on Facebook at You Have Real Estate. Ask me questions right there, and I just might answer yours next week here on You Have Real Estate. All right, Ron in Longwood, I'm thinking about going solar. What should I expect for my electricity bill? What do you think, Steve?
Well, our goal is to get it down to the $10 to $15 range, and the reason is because you're still gonna have a meter charge. And your taxes will diminish, sizably, but it's better to leave those charges there than to try to overproduce with solar to compensate for them. So it's a better return on your investment.
Are you seeing a lot of solar in New Smyrna, Bianca?
No, I'm really not.
That's kind of surprising. You would think an island like that would have more solar. Maybe you need to get over there more, right?
Yeah.
Well, in New Smyrna, FPL is actually doing a massive, I think it's 74 megawatt plant. People in New Smyrna can get solar, but FPL is trying to hurry up and produce their power from solar to avoid that because they would like to keep charging the customers' bills. So it's one of their targets.
course.
Really?
Yeah.
As you know, I went solar through IQ. Would you say I was kind of a paying customer, or was I okay? How would you rate me as a customer? Give
Solid
me a
10.
Google review.
Solid 10.
A solid 10? That's a lie.
It's not
What?
a lot.
No, you told me I was a little bit annoying. Is it because I didn't know what I wanted? What made me annoying?
Just your general existence.
That's not very nice.
No.
Think about it.
No, I mean honestly, you had a pretty high bill
Yeah.
for your house, and it just took some time, and it was, but it's always fun. There's nothing really annoying about it, but it's cool because we were able to take a $500 bill and turn it into $50, and you can't do that with just solar alone. You got to
Right.
be really focused on home energy efficiencies and understanding the behavior. So
Sure. I mean, I think that's what's different about you guys too. You come in and you're looking at my attic and that sort of thing. It's not you weren't there just to sell me some solar panels at the end of the day, you know?
correct.
I totally agree with that. All right. Edgar in Kissimmee. If I buy a condo in New Smyrna Beach, can I rent it out? What do you think, Brianka?
Yes. Each condo has a different minimum rental period, so it really depends which condominium in the docks. Some are 3 days, some are 2 weeks, some are 6 months. So yes, you definitely can, and the rental market is really, really
Is
good.
that right?
Yeah, you make a lot of money renting it out.
Like a 2-2 on the ocean. What can I rent it out for a week?
So those have seasons.
Oh yeah.
So January, February, March are our busiest seasons for rentals, and I mean weekly for certain condos. I mean you're paying $3,000 a week
What?
for certain ones. Yeah.
Really? Now, are you finding most of the HOAs allowing short-term rentals, or most
Yes.
don't, or what?
Yep. Yeah. Most of them do.
Because I've heard Daytona Beach, they like really frown upon that or something. No, maybe because of Bike Week. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know why. It's a great
Yeah.
income for homeowners that aren't using it full time.
Yeah. Samantha in Orlando, thanks for the question. Steven, I watch you on the show all the time. What are the benefits of going solar for me?
Well, you can stop paying the electric bill and start investing in something that you'll own eventually. I mean, that's the key point. You're paying for it anyway. So either you can go solar, or you can just, assuming your bill is $250, you can just pay that next month, and then the next month, and then the next month. Or you can invest in your house. Very simple.
Marianne in Claremont, do you recommend a condo or a house for my vacation home?
Probably a condo.
Just because it's
Yeah,
easier to take care of?
Second homes are better with condos because then you have on-site managers to take care of things if there's a leak or something that your apartment or unit needs. They're always on call. There's usually on-site for every condo.
And do you think New Smyrna Beach HOA fees are abnormally high, or just kind of in
They
line
keep
with HOA
they
fees?
keep rising.
I think that's everywhere, though. I don't necessarily
yeah.
think it's you guys. I think it's just HOA fees are stiff to begin with. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I agree. And every condo's different, like I said.
Exactly. Emily in Orlando, how does solar affect my HOA and my property taxes?
Well, your HOA, there's a Florida statute where they can't reject solar, so it doesn't affect your HOA at all. And you can't have a property tax increase on any real property value increase from solar. So those are two protected areas in solar.
Stephen Bader, COO of IQ Power Solar. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having
If
me.
you have any questions about solar, 407-205-0400. Brianka Carlo, first time here by the Sea Realty in New Smyrna Beach. Same phone number if you want that second home or you want to move over to the beach. You want that lifestyle. Call Brianka. She'll be happy to take care of you. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much
Tell
for
your
having
father
me.
hi again, please.
I will,
All right.
absolutely.
But most importantly, thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything we talked about or you need to get pre-approved, it's 407-205-0400. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you right back here next week for You Have Real Estate. Jesus.